All right, so I'm sitting here, just finished watching Peru versus Haiti. Peru won 1-0. Both teams are absolute garbage. Getting ready to watch Brazil Ecuador. And I thought I'd get on here and give a little USA versus Colombia review. Morgan wanted to have an emergency recording about everything he saw. And I don't want to do that. I just want to give a quick review. And I don't want to hear his USA pro propaganda nonsense. The fact of the matter is, the 31st team in the world played the third ranked team in the world and lost 2-0. Forget names. Forget team names. If we just said 31 versus 3, who would you expect to win? And would 2-0 be a fair result? Everybody in their right mind would say yes. We played the third best team in the world that has players like James Rodriguez, Guardero, Baca up front, Zapata in the back. You got Ospina in goal. They have world-class players and starters on top leagues. Our best player might be a 17-year-old kid, to be completely honest. We don't know yet. We'll see. But he very well might be the best player. He's 17 years old, getting his first real big-time international gameplay. I don't understand USA fans, how they all of a sudden think that because it's getting more popular here, that is automatically going to translate onto the field. We don't have the talent to match up with the Colombias, with the Brazils, with the Chiles, Argentinas. We might go out there and play balls to the wall for 90 minutes and pull out a result, maybe even pull out a win against some of these teams. That's pure grit. That's all that is. It's not we're the better team. It's pure grit. It's USA versus Russia in the Miracle on Ice. That's what that is. Because top to bottom, we are a worse team than those top teams in Copa America. Forget the world. Just talk about in Copa America right now. We're on a lower tier. We have Dempsey, and I will say Dempsey and Bradley played. Bradley played piss poor last night. There's no doubt about that. But then if we could say that and then be like, well, the level of competition he was playing against is a little bit higher than that of what Toronto FC faces week in and week out. So yeah, he played bad. Yeah, he's supposed to be one of our top players, supposed to be our captain, and he had a horrible game. But he's playing against some pretty good players who had a really great game plan. And our game plan went to shit right off the bat. Klinsmann went big. He gives us an advantage on free kicks at 8 minutes in. On a corner kick, Colombia gets the first goal of the game. Cameron got lost. Cameron, I think, had one of the better games. It's kind of bad that the two players who I think had better games, Yedlin and Cameron, are the two that made the crucial mistakes that led to goals. And Cameron got lost on a pick. It was a bad pick. It wasn't a great pick. He took his eye off the man who kept running, and he slowed down. And that was the difference. He didn't get there in time because he slowed down trying to find the ball. Yedlin's handball was by definition a handball. As soon as it happened, I said handball right out loud. It's one of those ones you hate see being called. It's one of those ones that is never called. And I saw comments on Fox Sports and Mirror comment sections talking about it's obviously a handball. It's obvious. If you don't know, you don't know football. You stupid Yanks and your egg ball. Well, all that garbage. But it's never called. And in no league is that called. He turned his back. His hand was, you want it a little bit tighter if he's going to go up with it. A little bit out. But he wasn't making himself huge. It wasn't like his arms were outspread. But by the letter of the law, it was a handball. And it was called correctly. It's just a tough one to take. And Hamas, of course, put it away. But a 2-0 result against the number 3 team it is a fair result for where we're at right now. We are miles away from the top teams in the world. Let's just go ahead and admit it. I don't know where this delusion of grandeur all of a sudden comes, that because we're a feisty team sometimes, we're a grit team, we don't quit team, that means we're all going to beat the best teams in the world. It's not going to happen. Morgan said he would be surprised if it was us versus Mexico in the final and wanted to see us win. We're not going to win the Copa America. It's not going to happen right now. We're probably a decade away from competing for major trophies. And maybe another manager. I don't know. Klinsmann has done great things getting us to this point, but we seem to have plateaued. We'll see how we do the rest of the tournament. But there seems to be a plateau. And I think his expectations of certain players are just ridiculous. Again, a German national player, German coach, who has this idea that of where we certain players like Rex Shea, like Jordan Morris, like those kind of guys should be, and he's not giving them opportunities, and instead is giving to Bobby Wood, who had a terrible game. Bobby Wood had an atrocious game. He wasn't alone. I'm not singling out Bobby Wood here, but it wasn't good. We're just not there yet, and I want USA fans to kind of cheer him on. I'm going to keep cheering him on. Obviously, I was cheering him on last night, but what I said was true. If we would have won, it would have shocked the world, as it should have. They're a better team, hands down. Brazil, a better team. Chile, a better team. So we need to temper our expectations and go in with the fight mentality. But if we lose 2-0, Morgan was throwing a temper tantrum last night. He wanted an emergency session, and I hope he does a rebuttal to this, gets out and does one himself. But what can you really say? Again, number 3 team in the world, number 31 team in the world. Yes, our passing was bad, our finishing was bad, our defending was pretty piss poor in a lot of it. Cameron had some good plays. Yedlin came back a couple times, did some good things. Brooks did some really good things. I still don't understand that how Cuadrado got a free kick on a beautifully defended play. I don't get that at all. Yeah, the refereeing wasn't great, but it wasn't great on both sides. He kind of let him go at it a little bit. So he didn't cost us the game. Our lack of chances cost us the game. We had 2 shots on goal. 2. That's atrocious. Our offense is in the net. We're playing against quality opponents, and that's got to change. He's got to make changes in the lineup. That's all it is. And again, if you're a USA fan who's throwing temper tantrums about this game, take a step back, realize where we're at, realize our opponent, and let's go from there. We have a chance to win these next 2, but if we lose to Costa Rica, again, it wouldn't be a crazy shock. It's not an upset at all, or especially not one of great proportion. So USA fans, take a step back, simmer down, cheer on the team, of course, but if we lose, that's just where we're at right now, guys. It's literally where we're at. That's all I got for this review. I'll get another one after the Costa Rica game and let y'all know what I'm seeing there. Have a great week.